Good morning. When we talk about God, we're talking about a God that is great, that is transcendent, that is beyond our ability to comprehend in so many ways. And yet, we're also talking about a God that is good, that is immanent, that is here, that has revealed himself to us, and that we can experience every single day. One of the other words you could use to talk about God being great is the idea that God is glorious or that God has a glory. And when you look up this word glory, it means a few different things. One of those is this idea of light, that God is glorious, he is light. But one of the other ideas of the word glory is what we would talk about something being heavy or being weighty. I mean, think about that idea that God himself is heavy. I grew up with the phrase that if something big happened or momentous happened, someone might say, man, this is really heavy. Well, God is that way. God is glorious. He is this light that transcends this weight, this heaviness that is just here and it's present. It's beyond what we can comprehend. And yet, God is also good. Another word we could use for talking about God as good is that God is gracious. And this idea of God being gracious or God being full of grace and giving us grace. I mean, grace is freedom. Grace includes forgiveness. Grace is unmerited favor. Grace, in some ways, is also light, but it's light in the way that it's freeing and it's not heavy at all. And so we live in this tension of God being glorious and God being gracious, of God having his own glory, his own light, his own weight and heaviness about him. And yet God is also gracious. He is full of grace for us, and it is freeing, it is forgiving, and it is light in a way that is not in any sort of sense a burden. So today, as we live and as we move and as we find our being in him, may we find great comfort in that he is glorious and he is gracious, and that we can live in this tension today. Have a great day.